Hello everyone, Chris Collins here from SCS Support. We're going to be taking a look at the SCS MobileTools application today. Just a general overview on how you can navigate through the application, the type of information you can access, that sort of thing. This application is basically the mobile interface for SCS eTools. So you can actually access most of the same information that you can within eTools. And it's available on both of the app stores for both the Android as well as the Apple devices. We do actually have two applications currently on those app stores. One is the MobileTools, which we're covering here, and then the Mobile Forms, which is a separate application that some of you may actually use too. So just make sure that if you are trying to download MobileTools that you're downloading the correct version of it. And with that, we're going to actually jump on over here to the Android version. As mentioned, there is an Apple version as well. It's pretty much the same information, though. It just may look just slightly different there. So whenever you first actually open the application, you'll get a login screen. Your login information is exactly the same as you are used to using to enter eTools. So, the same thing as you go to access your sites, get your reports, that sort of thing. It's the same information to get into MobileTools. We're going to go ahead and choose Sign In here. When you first sign in, you're going to see a couple different options here. You're going to get SCS Data Services, which is the eTools portion of it. Pretty much the same information as I mentioned as you're used to seeing on the website. And there's WDT. WDT, the second option here is for flow information. So that is to take the data out of your Yokogawa and actually transfer that into eTools for analysis. Not going to cover that here in this video. There is a separate video for that. If you have any questions, maybe your site isn't currently set up, you need help getting that set up in the system, just contact us with our support information, which we'll include here toward the end. We're more than happy to discuss that with you. There are some future features that are currently in development that are listed here at the bottom. ICOMS, there's a mobile instrument communicator. Update planned to work in conjunction with MobileTools. There's groundwater information as well as the maintenance module, which again, more information will be released on that at a later date when it gets a little bit closer for the time for that to be released. So we're going to actually hop on into data services here. So this information, this is a dashboard that's very similar to the dashboards that you're used to seeing in eTools. It's going to list how many of these different types of devices here. So we have wells, probes, ports, so on and so forth. Actually lets you know how many of those are yet to be recorded within this monitoring period. So we have 35 for the demo EnviroPark that's required to be read. The wells and those ones right there, it's kind of just letting you know what's still yet to be read within the current monitoring period that you're at when you log into the application. We'll go ahead and scroll down here. We're going to look at the demo site. So this is the site we're looking at today. So there's 149 wells that are yet to be read during the time period when this video has actually been recorded. 64 probes are yet to be read, 1 sample port, and 2 greenhouse gas readings. To the very right of that, this is actually exceedances. If we go ahead and select that, that'll take us into the exceedance list here, which we'll do momentarily, just let you know how many exceedances are currently there for your site. Then at the bottom, this is your flow information as mentioned. If that data is being uploaded into the system, you'll be able to see that there at the bottom. There are some other options as well. If you look here at the top where it says landfill gas, this is what pops up as default, but there are some other options, different types of data that you can actually access different dashboards there as well. There's liquid levels, so anything relating to liquid levels as well as the data entry for liquid levels. So if you're taking the liquid levels while you're out doing it, you can use MobileTools to actually upload that information. Again, there's a separate video for that. If you need more information on that, and we'll actually walk you through that process as well. There's also a dashboard of some information regarding your surface emissions. Again, if you have any further questions with those, then feel free to contact us. I'll go ahead and keep this on landfill gas here. Mention of the exceedances, these are all shortcuts here. So we can go ahead and select the exceedance. And this will actually show you all the ones that are currently in exceedance. So you'll see here on the screen, the ones that are exceedances will actually be red and show that they're in exceedance currently. The monitoring requirements, if you're starting to run out of time, you'll notice here on the left it says urgent, get the reading now. No requirements for demo 2 here, so it actually is in grayed out. And this one here is kind of a yellowish color. It says not monitored. The monitoring period, you have a little bit longer period before you're actually due to have that reading. So maybe you have a week or so left before you actually have to get that one. Whereas this one up here, basically you're kind of down to your last couple days that you have to be able to get that read. So just keep that in mind. This does update in real time, so if data's been uploaded into eTools, you can go back and refresh this just by swiping down, and it will update with what's currently been uploaded to the application, the website. There are filter functionalities here in the top right. If we go ahead and select that, we have sort options from A to Z. We have point type, the status of the point, so on and so forth, the ones that currently exceedance. If you look at the point type, if we only wanted to look at wells, for example, we can turn everything else off. Go ahead, select save. And then, so now if we go ahead and hit apply, we're only looking at those that are currently wells. Same thing if you're looking at the monitoring status. If we go ahead and we click on monitoring, we can look at the ones that have not been monitored. So this will kind of let us know if what is yet to be done. Anything that has been monitored will go ahead and be filtered out. Just so you can kind of see what's going on there a little bit better and kind of drill down into that data. So back out of here, we're going to hit apply with just the wells. And you'll see this will automatically change to just show that the wells that we have here. To look at that data, you actually have the ability to look at the historical data for that individual point as well. So we'll go ahead and select that. So demo 2. And you'll see just a little bit of information. This is a demo site. So like the comments and stuff, if you have anything actually has been entered in the comments on yours, you'll be able to see it here. Obviously for this one right here, it just says test. It shows what exceedance rule, so what compliance is actually currently being regulated by will be listed here, based on what the system's set up as. So anytime that gets changed, the rule gets changed or whatever, you'll actually be able to see it there. Monitoring requirements, so the frequency of the monitoring, if anything is set up for it, will actually be listed here. This one you can see it actually says non-applicable. So just kind of let you know how everything's set up. Any photos, if you have photos that has been uploaded, and you can do that through the application, it'll actually show up here on the photos. This individual one right here, we have just a couple random pictures that we had in there just as a test to show that the photos have been uploaded. The photos will be uploaded either by using the camera, so the camera that's on your phone or your mobile device, or you can actually upload it from the document gallery, or your picture gallery, excuse me, that's actually on your mobile device. So just if something you need to record there, you want to take a picture or maybe something's broke or something like that, or just to reference what that actual individual point looks like, you can do that within there. As-built information, you can kind of dig into how the ID is actually set up in the eTools itself. So there's a lot of the information. This is all the information that we have for that. Back out of here, show the status. So again, just what the monitoring status is, excuse me. So if it's actually been read, if it's required to be read, if there's been any alerts relating to that, and the maintenance again is just with your for future development there. If there's anything that needs to be done to that. The exceedance, so it tells you how many days it currently has been open. So it's just a quick information there at a glance to kind of know what's going on with that individual point. Back out of here again. You can see the historical data here if we actually select readings. We can go back through here and we can swipe left and right and actually go back and look at our previous readings that we have uploaded for this individual ID. By default, it shows just the pertinent information that most technicians will be wanting to look at in the field. If we go ahead and select full, though, it will show us more information that has been stored by the instrument there. So we can scroll down through there and kind of see what's been going on with it. Another cool feature is next to the readings, you'll actually see this bar graph here. If we go ahead and click on that, it'll go ahead and it'll generate this graph for us so we can kind of plot out what has actually been going on with that individual point. So again, if you're out in the field, you're walking up to your well, you're trying to figure out what's going on with this individual one, you can pull all of that information. It's all available there at your fingertips. So we're going to back out of here. There is the data entry option as well. I'm actually going to jump out of here because that's more often used currently for the liquid levels. So we're going to go back, switch this over to liquid levels here, which this will update all of our dashboards. And then once we go through and we select one of these wells here, we'll go ahead and use this one here for reference. Go down to the data entry. And this has all of our liquid level information where we can actually go through and enter that. So currently we can store force main pressure, pump cycle counters, and liquid level, as well as the temperature of that liquid. We'll do force main pressure just as an example. Select that. Pretty straightforward. We have our date and time. We can select the calendar here. Select what the date is. Go ahead and OK. By default, it'll pull what's actually on your mobile device. We'll go ahead and hit OK again. What that pressure was. So here it'll show what the previous readings are. It's kind of grayed out. So we'll go ahead and we'll select that for 66. And then we have that ability to take a picture of it here if we, as discussed earlier, either from your camera or from your actual photo library there. Any comments that you have regarding the adverse conditions, you can note them there. Go ahead and click upload. And that information is now available within eTools. It's in real time again. So anyone that has access to the website, they can actually go through and pull that information up out of there. That's pretty much the gist of the mobile application itself. As mentioned, there are a lot of other additions that's planned on being made to this and changes to the application in the future. We currently are just waiting development on that, and more information as it becomes available will be released. If you have any questions, and we will have multiple videos actually covering the mobile application and going in a little bit more in depth into the certain features and everything of it, you can contact us. Our information is support@scsetools.com, and our phone number is 866-612-6820. If you have any questions, or if there's anything else that we can do for you, please let us know. We are more than happy to discuss it with you and just try to figure out, whatever it is, and make sure that you can use the application, any kind of training or anything like that. Just let us know. Thanks, guys.